Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution. Finally dropped off that sniper rifle. Now I won't accidentally shoot anyone to death with a sniper rifle. Although I did put 2 damage upgrades on that handgun, so I might accidentally shoot someone to death with that.
Well. Oh well. Just don't do that. Just use the buttons to control the on-screen action and don't
You
do
big
that.
stupid dick. So it should be much easier to visually be like, oh, this rifle is not a tranquilizer rifle.
Yeah.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case.
This is
and the
the
attack on Seraph headquarters.
minor version
Oh,
of the
boy, what a
Casey
mess.
in the
Total
upper left-hand
mismatch.
corner.
We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and
So
pressure
a little
from
bit
so
of
many
beta, a
lobbyists.
little bit
It
of
felt like
omega.
being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate.
Okay, so that's a lot
I
of...
started poking
Beta.
around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left
okay.
on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well,
Which we had to do
there.
anyway.
Yeah.
There was an officer
That's
assigned to
fine.
the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy.
I think that this is to provide an
When he
incentive
suddenly
to
got brought on
explore
the
the
case,
upper
I got
floors of
suspicious.
the police station.
Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
So go to the
Anything else
3rd
worth
floor
looking into?
first, and then go
when
to
the order
lobby?
came down to close the
I don't know if
case,
I need
the
to
bulk
do
of
that.
the evidence was stashed in a storage locker.
There's a little bit of omega
Maybe you can find
there
some
as well.
interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please,
A lot of
don't bother
omega.
coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
You said an outside agency may have tampered with a storage locker. What did you mean by that?
Well, I've seen, I've heard that government agents may have locked up some of the more sensitive evidence in a safe inside the locker.
Come on, Chase. What are you not telling me?
Damn it. Okay, listen. I snooped around that locker before and found the safe code. But I kinda got caught by one of those guys. He knows I know, Jensen. If I give you the code, they'll know I talked. Call me negative, but I can't think of a nice outcome to that.
I don't think I need the code.
Yeah.
I don't think I need the code.
That's all I need for now.
So tell me a little bit more about the Casey.
Well, there are 2 levels. There's the minor one there, where it just gives you, like, little hints, and then it lets you force a subject. It basically unlocks a new option. There was that left bumper to convince
Yeah.
deal, Wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have the Casey. There's a more complicated version that only comes up for a select few conversations, where your options are labeled as to... They basically match those personality types, right?
Okay.
So if somebody's flashing a lot of characteristics of one of those 3 personality types, the system will label each of the responses as being appropriate for
Gotcha.
for that kind of behavior.
That kind of takes the fun out of it a little bit, but I can see how it would be really annoying to have to, like, resave just to play through a bunch of dialogue.
Yeah, I think for someone like me, where I...
Or not resave, reload, sorry.
For someone like me, I didn't even catch that.
Mm-hmm.
For someone like me who is not above... Depending on the style of playthrough, is not above saving and loading to get what I want out of a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just a nice time saver, and I feel like it's a very comprehensive in-universe solution to that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. I'm glad you came. I can never properly repay you for what you did, of course, but I would like to help out any way I can.
What'd you have in mind?
There's a gentleman named Sarah who works
Yeah,
in the
this is a weird one.
This causes him to move around quite a bit, but at the moment he's occupying an apartment in a building on Earl's Court. If you mention my name, he'll give you a discount on his wares. He deals in, well, he's a gun runner.
How does a guy like you know someone like that?
Yeah.
Growing up in my old neighborhood, you learn pretty quick to cultivate certain types of relationships.
So this very unassuming janitorial gentleman, I believe. Like, that's what the jumper's for, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember what he said, but the outfit makes me think that might be the position. Anyway.
He's a maintenance guy at the very least, or lab tech, because of his boots. Those are very safe-looking lab shoes, non-reactive.
Yeah, but the little hat always just makes me think...
Maintenance.
He doesn't have a lab coat.
I can never thank you enough for what you did.
You're very welcome, Josie.
So you wind up with a discount at one of the stores.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think that was all of those. You know what I think I'm gonna do? Give me just a second, because I think I can... turn this off. I can turn both of these off because they point at the police station, so it's not like I'm gonna forget about them, you know?
Yeah.
Locate Tyndall's apartment, and then visit the wound clinic.
Mm-hmm.
There, that's a little nicer. Not having those
Like
big
50
walls.
arrows.
Yeah. Do.
See, and this looks like an older building, too.
Yeah, I mean...
But it doesn't look like it's from somewhere else.
You only have to look at this, right?
Yeah.
Remember the Seraph Industry bathrooms?
Yeah.
The kind of information boards they
But
have?
if you look at the tile, they support that with more than just accessories. Like,
What?
that's not very modern. The trim especially.
The trim, yeah, but no, I think that the hexes are...
They're definitely, like, it was definitely modern when it was installed, right?
Yeah.
So this is an older building. It doesn't mean that it's, like, the oldest building in town, but, like, you can tell that it's not the freshest thing. I mean, like, look at that. So the outside is probably even older. But they maybe redid the floors 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, and then that cork board has been there since the 1930s. It's 100 years old.
Since
It's
the birth
historic,
of God.
Really. Now, a nice lady... Oh, it got much less funny right at the end.
What?
I'm thinking about getting some Augs for my pit bull, some cyber claws.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and now they're talking about dogmentation.
We gonna be rich, man.
No dogmentation, please. But then right at the end, they were like,
This city is one big
yeah, we're gonna throw him in a fighting pet. Now, I bought
No dog
something,
fighting.
yeah, not just for a security 2. I think that I need the strength enhancement. Yeah, to pick that up. But if I remember correctly,
Not that.
right. So I think what I'm gonna do is just grab one of these. That's a pretty slick consideration.
Yeah, because they don't want to leave you with no path forward if you've made a different choice.
Well, not. I mean, yes, that sure, but I mean this: the opacity
Oh, yeah.
of the box of the things that you hold in front of you. Mm-hmm. Now, is that enough, or do I need? No, I need one more, I think. Mm-hmm. Now, I think if I jump on these, they might break. Mm-hmm. If I do it in excess, right?
Right, so if you, like, jump up and down.
If I can find
still
another
one
one of
piece.
those, though.
Another thing that I'd like to mention that I think is pretty wonderful, the extreme contrast between the area of the city we're in now and the area in front, like directly in front of the Serif building.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it's really nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's realistic. You know, like a lot of times games will make amazing future cities and then don't let any part of it be crappy.
Yeah.
And I mean, what is that? A bunch of rolls of toilet paper? What is that? What it looks like to me.
Paper towels? I think it might be paper towels. Because I think if it were toilet paper, it would have like they bothered to put vertical seams, so I don't see why they wouldn't have put a horizontal seam.
Yeah, well, I think
Right.
somebody's pooping in this back alley, is what I'm saying.
I think that somebody just have damp, moist hands.
Yeah.
Just perpetually. Because they left a lifetime supply of... Is that person dead? Okay, no.
No,
It's
sleeping,
green. Yeah.
tired.
That door, it doesn't actually open, I don't think. Now, is there anything that I need to remember about this place?
Is this a different building?
It is a different... Yes, it is a different building, but they all share a similar style here.
Maybe they are managed by the same companies. I mean, look at that billboard.
Historic!
Mm-hmm.
This is historic downtown Detroit.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've never been to Detroit. I wonder if there are some apartment buildings that have this type of flooring, like out in meat space.
I think that this is the building where you can scale the exterior to find the gun runner. And I think that they're on the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also some criminals that you can deal with at a point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are these the criminals? Is this
Those
the
are
criminal
plants.
Criminal.
They're plants.
floor? Criminal.
They're plants. The criminals put them there. They're plants.
I get it. Hold on, let me do a quick check. Oh, security rating 5. I think that this is an interesting one. Do I want to use one of my... No, I need it. I bought an automatic unlocking device.
Yeah. I think there might be more important things to use that on.
Yeah, the reason why I bought it is because I knew that I was going to have to hack my way into the box for Megan's mom.
Yeah, true.
But I do have to go by the shop, so I'll just buy another one.
Okay.
So what I think I'm going to do, how do I equip it? Do I put it on like a weapon?
Have you never used one?
No, I've used them. Yeah, you have to put it on like a weapon.
Oh. Just burns it out.
Yep.
Okay.
And the reason why I did that is because if I remember correctly, yeah, this is one of the interesting ones.
What is in here?
Craziness. You'll have to come back tomorrow to find out.